afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Managersim series. I've just done some streaming on Twitch, hence why the setup looks slightly different tonight. Because for one thing, you see this screen and you see me. Woohoo! You haven't seen me for a little while, so here's me. We're doing another live episode, well, live as I'm recording it, of the Managersim series. This is episode, I think, I completely forgot what episode number it is, 56. And I'll just give you an update what's been going on at Elfsborg and also the international cups. The big thing about the Elfsborg side is that after a good bit of recent form, but we weren't scoring goals, I tried another formation to see what if that could make us, score more goals and do better in the league. And basically, it completely, utterly backfired on us. And as you can see, we're now down in ninth. Since the last update, we've actually lost all our games. So we lost 3 games, including 2 home. The opponents were pretty tough, but we also lost to Djurgården, the AI side. So that was a bit unfortunate. So after 20 games, there's still 6 games of the league to go. We have only scored 12 league goals. So next season, I need to somehow try to get the guys scoring goals again. We will not be in the bottom 2, thankfully, because 6 games to go is 18 points. And Oregat need to win all their games to get 18 points, which means they'll be on 25, we're on 27, so it won't happen. So we'll stay. We'll probably, I think, realistically, we're going to probably finish 9th or 10th. So we might not be in Europe again for next season, which is really sad. How's the league looking, though? Well, Fritz is obviously very close to winning the league with Kalmar. It seems every side he chooses, he builds them and then just wins. It's that simple. He's just got the knack of doing it. So is Mike as well. But the guy who's doing really well, who's going up the leagues, is Morton at Orebro. Orebro are now second in the league, and they could rival. They could easily get a Champions League space here. The Champions League space, the 4 spaces, sorry, will between Burnham's Hammarby, Gothenburg, Mike's Helsingborg, Morton's Orebro, and Fritz obviously will get a Champions League space. So it's good race there for the 4 Champions League spaces. UEFA Cup, Burnham's going to be in the UEFA Cup no matter what anyway. And then the race is K at Malmo. The race here is between K at Malmo, Hamstad, VF, Andy's side, myself at Elfsborg. I won't see. I don't think my Elfsborg side are going to improve. Sadly, for the rest of the season, we're just not performing and on any formation at the moment. So the next fixture's coming up. You can see here that Kalmar beat Hamstad 4-1. Orebro beat Gothenburg. So Orebro's form is actually getting really good. They've only lost 1 in the last 6 games. And they've overtaken Helsingborg, who've actually had a bit of a patchy last 6 games. They've won 2, drawn 2, won 3, sorry, drawn 2, lost 1. So yeah, Gothenburg are the form side other than Kalmar. So again, in this quick update, that's what the current league status looks like. And we're going to go to international cups now. And in the Champions League, that's the current status. Milan on course to win another Champions League final. But we're going to concentrate now on UEFA Cup because all the Swedish sides all made it to the quarterfinals, which is great news. Örebro beat Xanthi 3-1 on aggregate. Trelleborg beat Tampere United 2-0 in aggregate, much tighter. Gothenburg beat Kavara after 0-0, draw 0-0 at home. They actually beat them then 5-0 away, so he must have changed his side or something different happened. 2-3. Let's look at his formation. Was it a formation change? No, same formation, so it must have been just a different side. Then Burnham's Hammarby beat a real good Copenhagen side 4-0 in aggregate. But I think the result of the tie result of the round even went to Mike's Helsingborg, who beat Perugia 4-0 in aggregate. Perugia are a pretty decent Italian side. There you go. Some really good players. Let's get this zoomed down a bit so you can actually see it a bit better. That's better. So they're actually a decent side. 1 or 2 stamina problems, which is still not being fixed yet. So yeah, well done, Mike. 4-0 in aggregate. So the quarterfinals. What does that leave the quarterfinals? That leaves Orebro, Morton, one of the form sides. They're against Southampton, who are in Premier League. Southampton currently, who finished 5th last season. Yeah, I think Orebro should win that quite easily. Mike's Helsingborg against Napoli. Now, Mike is also the manager of Milan, so he should know how good Napoli are. And Napoli, I think this is actually a human manager as well, Chris. So this is going to be interesting. Yeah, it's human manager because the stadium's going up. So let's look at Napoli. How good are Napoli? Pretty decent. Yeah, pretty good. Very good actually. A couple of 100 million rated players there. So Mike will know how to deal with Napoli though because he meets them as Milan's manager. But Napoli are having a patchy season. They're currently seventh to Milan second. And Milan's form, yeah, their form's been dropping off a little bit. They've been unbeaten, but they've actually drawn games away. Well, Napoli, yeah, have won. Oh, actually, they've won 4 of their 6 games, and 3 of them have been away. So yeah, it could be a bit interesting. But I think Helsingborg should win that. Trelleborg, that's Dave's side. He's going to play Nantes in France. Nantes, who are a computer side. They've got some real stamina issues with some of these players. So I would think that's because of that. I think Dave. Let's look at Dave's side again. Because of the stamina problems, I would say he's got a slight chance of winning that. But I would say Nantes are probably just edging it as the favourites. And then we've got the first clash. The first clash would happen because we have got 5 Swedish sides and only 8 places. So there would be one tie when it's an all Swedish clash. And it's Burnham's Hammarby against Michael's Gothenburg side. So if we look in Division 1, Hammarby are currently 5th in the table, Gothenburg currently 4th. So this is going to be hard to predict. Form-wise, near enough identical. But Gothenburg have lost the last 2 league games, both at home. The last game they lost was against Örebro. So I would probably edge Burnham's Hammarby side to win that leg. So the 4 that I think would go through would be Örebro, Helsingborg, Nantes, sorry, sorry Dave, and Hammarby, I think, but only just. So that's the current status of the UEFA Cup. Again, we'll go through how that ends up when both rounds are finished, which is on, oops, no point looking at my side because we're not in Europe. Let's go to Dave's side, which will be March the 12th, game time 2011. It's February, so it's probably just about 2 or 3 days time. Probably by this weekend we'll know who's actually got to the next round of the UEFA Cup. All right, so that's the end of the briefly about the Managersim. But one thing I want to show you guys is on what's going on my Twitch at the moment, because you might find this interesting. On my Twitch, I've been starting to record some retro games. Some retro games means games that were done in the 80s, especially on my Sinclair Spectrum. And as you can see here, I've done 2 episodes, one which was 2 hours long, one another 2 hours long. So it's worth going and to have a look at these because they are great little shows some great games. Like for instance, on this stream here, you can just see it there. We actually play games like Attic Attack, Football Director, and yes, Football Manager 1982. In this one, which was today, I've just finished it, I played Chucky Egg. I looked at some couple of Grand Prix games. I looked at Rockstar at my Hamster games, Jet Set Willy, Bomber Jack, all these classic 1980s Spectrum games. So it's worth coming to have a look at these. If I think you'll enjoy it, especially this episode here because that will feature Football Manager 1982 and Football Director. I will carry on doing these because I actually do enjoy doing this, and yeah, it's worth coming to have a look. It'd be great if you guys love this to follow me because my aim on Twitch is to try to get up to 50 by the end of the year. If I get up to 50, that I reach the next stage of doing really well on this. And I'm 35 at the moment. I will mostly use my Twitch stream to play Football Manager 2020, and here we go. That's my last save, which was done 5 days ago. I will be doing a level 10 stream, which is actually starting tonight. So I'll be level 10 English League stream. So I'll start from the bottom of you can do because someone supplied an English database that goes right down to level 10. Premier League is level 1, so I'm going level 10, and I'm going to be the manager of my local side, Wallingford Town, which is only 3 miles away from where I live, and then I'll become their manager. See how we get on. So that's about it. So again, thanks very much for watching this. I hope you enjoy the series. It's December the 13th, so we've got not many days of the year to go. what I'm hearing from Burnham is that the game might last now until the end of January, but there might be changes. I'm currently in three game worlds. I'm currently in Game World 1, the Italian game world, which is this one, and the English game world. I mostly spend a lot of time on Game World 1 because I was the PSG manager. Um, well, was. I was the PSG manager for 23 years, 23 seasons, and it was a lovely side. And I won't go into the circumstances, but I ended up now losing that job. I was quite gutted to say the in an least. Yes, I wasn't happy. And now I'm at Real Madrid, and I'm struggling a little bit. So I'm not spending as much time in Game World One that I used to. I'm spending a bit more time here in Sweden because I'm trying to make this series into all you guys to really enjoy it. And yeah, so we will film. Well, you're looking at me, so we are filming. I will be recording another episode very soon to give you the update on the UEFA League. Again, if you like it, again, this is slightly different because I'm not using a mic this time. I'm actually using a headset because this is what I use on Twitter, so I kept the same setup to do this. And yeah, it's going all right. So if you do enjoy my episodes, again, please let me know. Um, Go and have a look at my Twitch channel and those retro games and look at some games that were done, football games done in the 80s. You'll love it. And if you do love it, please send a follow. Please, please, please. So thank you very much. And this is Donut Donny signing off.